The Flow Sports Radio.
Matthew Shack and the Flow Sports Radio Show, episode 105. Today is Solar Eclipse Day. Basically, in layman's terms, the moon is going to be directly aligned with the sun to make it pretty much black, depending on where you are in the world. And that seems to be what's important right now, man. This is a slow news day for everybody because this is something that hasn't happened in 38 years here in Los Angeles. I'm going to sit out here and I'm going to see what's popping. So we're just going to go through some rapid fire situations. But the bottom line is, man, make sure you get an opportunity to see it. I've seen eclipses before, man. I was fortunate to be young enough to have seen it before. So, but with that being said, man, we out here chilling. Got a bunch of people out here chilling, man. But the sports situation is pretty bleak right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go through some rapid fire conversation. First things first, let's talk about what Blake Griffin said about LeBron James possibly going to New York and not coming to Los Angeles Lakers, man. What I don't understand is why people who are in the same field spend their time talking about somebody else in that same field. You know what I'm saying? If it's not going to benefit you, why are you talking about it? But since Blake brought it up, that definitely didn't sit well with LeBron James because he basically told TMZ reporter, I don't even know what you're talking about, shorty, and drove up in his Porsche. Now, here's the thing about LeBron. LeBron's always going to play his stuff close to the vest. He's the most secretive and most strategic basketball player probably in the history of the game when it comes to where he's going to go. But I see him going to Houston before I see him going to the Knicks. That's just real talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they get Carmelo over there. You're going to have the Banana Boat brothers. You're going to have Paul, his best friend, Chris Paul over there, Carmelo over there, Harden over there, LeBron over there. Yeah, he ain't going to no Knicks, man. Why would he go to the Knicks? Okay, or he's gonna go to LA. One of the two. That's it. That's all. Pretty slow on that. Next thing we're gonna talk about is this whole thing with Marshawn Lynch and Michael Bennett and some of these other cats that are still doing the national anthem protest. And then you had Chris Long, son of Howie Long, come out and be the first white athlete to support it. I think that says a lot right there. You know what I'm saying? There was more support for Tom Brady when he was going through his stuff. There's more support from players in regard to what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott. But I think it's much to do about nothing in regards to the impact of what's going to happen. I think that there's not going to be anything anybody's going to do outside of what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch is about that action anyway. He is already somebody who is respected in his community for doing these type of things. And he's a foot soldier, you know what I'm saying? And he's also a mogul. So at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to tell him what to do. That's it. That's all, man. So Marshawn going to do Marshawn. Michael Bennett's the same way, man. These cats are solidified in their jobs. So you're going to hurt your team by benching them. Let's see what these other cats do. But I think there should be more players of different races to stand in and say something. And I salute Chris Long for what he's saying and what he did to come through. You know what I'm saying? Showing his support. Maybe some other people. Where Brady at? You know, where's Aaron Rodgers at? You know, where are these high-powered people? Where's JJ Watt at? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna start getting pissed off. So I'm gonna leave that alone. In regards to this week, we got boxing. We got Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather Jr. that's going to be fighting this weekend. We'll be doing a show on that. You know what I'm saying? UFC fanboys is jumping out the window. The boxing purists are like, what are we doing? So we'll see. It's going to be a spectacle. It's entertainment. And I ain't going to give the cat out of the bag away exactly what I think is going to happen, but I'll let you know by the end of the week. And, man, that's it, man. Flow Sports Radio Show. Slow-ass news day. Because it's about to be dark up in this piece. But until then, man, make sure you don't burn your eyes out. You know what I'm saying? Watching this sun. Because you ain't going to be able to watch our show or sports anymore. Just be careful, man. Don't get all caught up where you can't see. Walking around looking like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles by the eyes. Game on.
Stir Crazy Productions, baby.
Well, my grandmama gave me that chain.
What chain?
Yeah, what chain?